That's a very good question. Originally working with innovators and dynamic architecture companies for 12 years in New York. Architects like Peter Eisenman and Stephen Hole and crafts. And then finally moving to Southeast Asia and embracing a blend of past and future, because I think Southeast Asia is a combination of all three. In the sense that it's a very fast-paced developing continent, but also has a very, very strong history, which is overtly present in today's culture as well as the future culture. So there's a balance between history, the present, and the future. And then embracing digital design technology and dovetailing it with local artisans. Well, first of all, we got a commission to design a yoga studio, and which was a wellness brief. This was pre-COVID, quite a small project. And we wanted to make it a very tactile experience. We couldn't really find a builder or a building company that could do this kind of work. So we started seeking out rattan companies. And we started to work on the whole construction endeavor a little bit more vertical. So we got more involved in fabrication and construction. Okay, well, we have an initiative in a factory, which is was usually just a couple of tin huts. Now it's a factory with 40 or 50 people. And we work a lot with digital fabrication and 3D models. And so what we do is we transmit the information to enable them to make these pieces for us. And with their experience in rattan, they know how to weave and bend, and a wonderful hands-on tactile process through also our overtly technical approach. So we're building to an international design standard, but we're working with very, very local arts and crafts and local resources. Well, manufacturing is somehow been displaced, or a lot of people source their products from places like China, especially in the Western world. Manufacturing now is, well, you know, with all due respect, but places like the UK and the US have lost their manufacturing, and Australia as well. They rely heavily on countries in Asia for manufacture. Luckily in Thailand and in India, manufacturing is still alive and well, but it just needs to be upgraded with contemporary requirements. So we work with people in arts and crafts that are typically used to making baskets or chairs, selling them down at the marketplace. Now what we're doing is we are taking their skill and exposing it in overtly commercial settings through contemporary design. More vertical business than a typical architecture practice. So we do design, development, construction, documentation, but also fabrication. And therefore, we can introduce a new product to the marketplace because we have new processes. We've redefined our new processes. And I think it's really the obligation of any designer or anybody interested in design to follow that path. This stops. Our biggest threat is not necessarily other competitors or other designers. We don't really mind what other people are doing. It's the importation of inferior, cheap plastic products that people source from the internet. Oh, that's a very good question. Well, I think it's all about inspiring people, working with designers initially that have a creative edge, but also a technical edge. So we have a very overtly creative team. Designers of say 15. Now we're in 2 offices in Phuket and Bangkok. Also, we have installers and management team for deployment and implementation, more senior and older, and have worked on things like airports and infrastructure projects. House team, which hosts about 30 people, 40 people, or 40 people now, with managers. So it's all about communication. It's all about how you set things up, and it's about combining the latest skills in design and technology. Don't set limits on yourself. Don't set limits on others. Take and make a new context for people. Put them in new situations, like the arts and crafts people, like our designers. We send them to the factory. Some of them have never walked into a factory. People on attitude, not just experience, and always learn from others. It's a reciprocal relationship. Design is a reciprocal relationship. The arts and crafts teach us things, we teach them things. Young designers teach the older people like myself some new thoughts and ideologies, and hopefully we inspire them. So it's about learning. It's about having variety in the team. It's about different approaches, and it's never setting limits on yourself or others. Future plans are to deploy plant-based materials, natural materials in commercial construction. For example, at our airport, we're using approximately 9 kilometers of rattan. So let's take that size, 9 kilometers of materials. How much plastic is that in traditional design? How much concrete? How many artificial products? How much waste to the environment? How many pollutants do you put in the environment to create 9 kilometers worth of materials? We're always looking for new products. We're always providing new products. We're into optimization materials, making things lighter, making things stronger. Well, the first thing is to keep an open mind. Always innovate. Work with natural, local materials. Go for unique combinations. Work closely with the source. Everything is a resource. Everything you see is a resource.